Okay. Okay. Hello. Welcome, everybody. We're back. Hiatus is over. We're back with some more Cyberpunk Red. Da-da-da. Hi, I'm Fettuccine. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're playing some more Auburn Skyline, everybody. Yeah. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? Why don't we do
Who are we?
Yeah, who are we? What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Let's start with you, Jess.
Why me?
Because
I talked. Because I talked first.
It's because you talked, and I have to fix cameras anyway, so.
Oh no!
It's okay.
Oh, I see. I'm Kitty. I was technically Kitty.
I mean, Kit to Kitty.
Yeah,
it's not that much of it. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Jesse. I am going to be playing Kit, who is our resident solo, which is just a fancy word for mercenary in the Cyberpunk Red universe.
Yep.
He also is the best cook in the apartment.
Yes.
By best cook means you add water to the packet.
Yeah.
The best.
You don't just microwave the powder.
Is that what gas does? Wait, what?
Well, you know, gas is technically a nomad, so I mean, there's not really that much access to microwave. So
puts the powder in her mouth.
It's just cold MREs.
Yeah. It's like specifically like the Southern style omelet MRE. Like really, really.
That's what I think pre-packs are. I think they're just MREs.
That's what they sound like.
Lean it up against a rock or something and wait 20 minutes. That's actual instructions on an MRE.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, we know.
We've been there.
We know.
We know. We've lived that life.
Anyway, yeah, that's maybe the reason why Kit is the best cook is because he adds some local flavors to the MRE packs to kind of cut down on the blandness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
It was like it's that meme when somebody says, "Man, what are you cooking? It smells great," and it's just like garlic, onion,
allspice,
and it's just those three things.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's no actual thing other than those.
Yeah,
it's just caramelized onions with allspice.
All right.
Actually, it doesn't sound too terrible.
Julian, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. Hi, I'm Julian, and tonight I will be playing Kit E, who is our resident net runner. And she really likes Kit's cooking, and she can't be bothered to cook her own food. So I'm sure if Kit didn't put the packet in the microwave, she'd probably be on the internet till she died.
That sounds outrageous, but I don't doubt it.
Wild, but tracks for Kitty.
But tracks for Kitty.
No. All right, and last but certainly not least, Shane.
I am Shane. Today I'll be playing Gas, who is content with anything that she puts in her mouth to eat, as long as it doesn't taste like gasoline.
Yes.
Implies that Gas has definitely at least tasted some gasoline.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna cook road?
Some choo-choo.
I don't know about you guys, but does gasoline smell really good to you guys?
It did when I was younger, for sure.
It smells super good to me. I don't know why.
And then one day I was just smelling it and I got lightheaded and I was like, yeah, no, I don't like it anymore.
It smelled too much.
All right.
I'm a fan of jet fuel, so.
Of course you are.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Sorry.
If I have to pick a weird smell. Wait, is choo-choo, which is the fuel that we use in Cyberpunk, is it gas? Is it a hydrogen gas or is it like liquid gas?
It's a liquid. It's
okay.
It's a high burning alcohol technically that is made out of like some weird biogenically modified like
GMO
grain.
corn.
Yeah, essentially. So it's been like synthesized from that to be a high burning alcohol that is more environmentally friendly. Air quotes. It's just canola oil, more or less.
Yep.
So,
fancier cars use truffle oil.
oh,
They use extra virgin olive oil.
No, that burns too, like farther, isn't it? Don't you use normal ones for cooking? Because otherwise, oh wait, never mind. That's what you want.
That's why Gas doesn't ask the question on how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, Gas would be working for a corporation.
Yep.
It just makes the car go.
It just makes
Yeah, it
cargo
makes the car
fast.
go.
All right.
Speaking of cars, cars killed people.
Cars did kill people.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah.
But that was like years ago. I mean, we're past that now.
Or like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We're way past that. Years ago.
Technically 2 days ago for everybody.
Years
I was very
ago.
concerned. I was like, was there a time skip I didn't know
No.
about? Is my
No,
own
we're
bad?
just pretending that we're not responsible for the deaths of 2 innocent people.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I did a well enough job of lying.
Yeah, of surviving.
We survived. See,
True.
the thing that you're worried about, that survival thing, everybody outside of our PC bubble does not matter.
All that matters is the
but
PC
the book
bubble.
says literally nobody matters except for you.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you as in the plural you, the royal.
The royal you.
The royal-
The royal you?
Hey, yous guys.
Yous
Over
guys.
there.
Yous
Doesn't
guys.
matter.
Anyway, sorry, I it's been a while, so we have to like
Nope.
remember how to be funny.
Yes, remember how to be funny and remember how to exist and, you know, all that jazz.
Oh my
No.
god, I can't remember the name of the guy we hate that lives above us.
Or?
George?
George.
George, yeah.
Oh, yes.
But who was the neighbor that we killed next door?
Oh, man.
Was it Harold?
Those were all improv jokes. I don't remember their names.
I think it was Harold or Henry.
Yeah,
We
I think
killed
it's our
some- We
name.
killed our neighbor. It was Harold, according to Caleb.
So yeah, it was Harold. That's the guy that steals our Amazon packages that's on our floor.
Yes.
But George is the person that we steal the hot water from.
Yeah, fuck George.
I think Gas also steals Wi-Fi
And we have our own Wi-Fi. We have to.
Yeah.
Kitty uses most of it though.
He uses
from
all
him.
of
Yeah,
it.
he's faster. So I take it. He doesn't notice because he's dumb.
Anyway, yes,
I love-
that's our fun shit.
Yeah. So last time we left off, I'll do a little bit of a recap outside of the fun shenanigans. Well, the first couple episodes, we had a bit of a fun go and get weapons for a night market, which is a really fun place where a bunch of stuff that is not illegal, but not really like a standardized type of selling. I mean, sometimes there's illegal stuff there, but that's beside the point. As you guys were helping Rodeo, your local fixer, besides our good friend Ponyboy Curtis, he is putting together a night market. He's pretty known for those, and you guys helped him out by grabbing some weapons, which ended up in a little bit of a firefight and a car chase as the individuals were trying to stop you. And after you guys got away, hacking the car and sending it in oncoming traffic, a evening had passed. You guys had gone back to the night market, which is now set up because Rodeo wished to also introduce you guys to some other people that might have had some gigs for you. In doing so, you also ran across another character by the name of Barry, who was looking into
Barry.
sorry. I always get it wrong every time Caleb yells at me.
Yep. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for fixing it before
Alright.
Caleb in about 10 seconds is going to be like, this is Barry. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm bad at phonetics sometimes.
It's been a while.
It has been. It has been a while. No, but Barry was looking into the deaths of a couple of Biotechnica, an exec and his daughter, which you guys have nothing to do with. No, definitely not. Anyway, he tags along, looking into the gangers that also were present at the crime scene, in a sense, as you guys were told to go get them to get the fuck out of Little Europa? Little Europe? Little Europa?
Yeah, it was basically on the edge of a combat zone,
Yes.
and I was not. 100% fun. I'm going to the maps right now, so.
Yep. Same.
Surprisingly compliant, which we were not prepared for.
That is true. They were kind of like, ah, damn.
Well, yeah.
They're like, man,
Man.
where's the fucking map?
I mean, granted, when given the choice between the easy way or the hard way, they chose the easy way before we even proposed the hard way.
Is kind of the name of the place. That we all live in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We live in Mega Studio Building 8 or something like that.
Mega Building
yeah.
8.
Mega Building 8. Apartment.
Oh yeah, we have a studio.
Unit 312.
Right?
We don't live in a studio. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yes.
Okay.
And technically, you live in the garage.
Yes.
I technically live in the Cyber Prius.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Pretty
Cyber
much.
Prius. Yes. After getting those gangers to go back to the combat zone where they came from, and they were pretty polite about it, all things considered, for a booster gang. You guys dropped off some circuit boards at a factory that we're going to be manufacturing them into some nice and fancy chips, which I believe you guys have the second part of that job probably to do today.
Yes,
Spawn timeline?
basically.
Yep.
Yes.
And then you guys parted ways with Bari and went back to the apartment where a package was waiting for you that may or may not have been rigged. And then you
Well,
It was rigged.
We did determine.
we know it's rigged.
yes.
I warned him.
After I kept you from picking it up.
Yes.
Yes.
And we couldn't undemo it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I really wanted to punt it, but then we deliberated that was a bad idea. And
Well,
so
it-
we left it for Henry to steal and then for him to die.
Well, or get poisoned.
Yeah, whatever happened.
Yeah.
You guys know there was a bit of a bang outside
Yeah,
your
we
door.
just heard the noise.
There's a.
Yep. So, with that, a fresh afternoon is upon us. Afternoon. Ponyboy Curtis has come and gone at some point. A new text pops up on your phones. More dinners tonight. I will have to
Breakfast,
I'll
lunch,
catch up when I can.
Yeah.
Swipes away.
It was his day on the chore circle, wasn't it?
It definitely was.
Bet he's just saying, oh no, I'm just gonna get more jobs for us. I promise they'll be super great. Just gonna have to go to a couple more fancy restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
This
With all our money.
we have been making some money though.
You guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There have been some pretty good pretty good Euro eddies. Those are the words. Eurobucks eddies from your good friend Treads.
Is it Eurobucks or Eddie?
Both.
Eurobucks, Eurodollars,
Yeah.
So EB is the Eddie.
Yeah.
EB or ED, because
Yeah.
sometimes people say Eurodollars too.
Yeah. Eurodollars I think is technically the actual terminology, but people will say Eurodollars, Eurobucks, eddies, EB, ED,
Gotcha.
any one of them.
Interesting.
It was one innocent. We'll probably only kill one innocent next time. Progress. Oof.
Yay. Look, Cyberpunk is a very dangerous place.
A nice
That's
city
why-
is a
That's why
I don't think we did anything wrong. It was just unfortunate circumstances.
that's why corpos have trauma care. All right?
trauma.
That's why they have health insurance. We don't.
They had a silver plan for trauma team, as it were.
So I'm
Yes.
coming up the elevator, I assume, since I sleep in my Cyber Prius.
Mm-hmm.
And do I see anything on my way in?
Yeah, maybe actually let's do a quick roll for this. Let's see. Let me see. What do I want you to roll? Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that'll work good. I guess probably just a good old perception. Nice.
That's not
15.
terrible.
No, it isn't. Just gonna go and buy some programs. Yeah, so you take a look around and you see a rather blackened spot where you're pretty sure that package was yesterday, or like maybe like a little ways over. You see on the back wall, there's a little bit of blood still on the wall itself. You see a Roomba like looking thing going sweeping back and forth.
Does the Roomba have little blue eyes? And
Yeah.
Yellow.
It's got some blue eyes. They're not
Nah,
yellow.
bet. Some kid just drew it. Drew eyes on it.
Am I looking at Roomba?
No, you're not looking at Roomba from the.
Is it gonna attack my shins?
There is not a knife tape to it. It is not going to attack your shins. It is just here to clean up some things.
Okay, just to clean up detail.
Yeah. Yes. But I think those eyes have been like penciled or sharpied on with like some nice black paint or something like that. But it's just kind of clean up whatever happened there. You're guessing it probably wasn't good.
And that's not out of the ordinary, is it?
Not particularly. Mega buildings aren't like super
Safe.
They're not safe, especially like your actual room is generally pretty safe. It's just the common like walkways can be sketchy. It's not often, but it's also not
Do
unheard
I
of.
see any open doors?
With a 15, you do see I think one open door. I think it's the room, the apartment next to you, unit 311.
Okay, go ahead. You can keep describing.
I mean, that's about from where you see when you get off the.
All it is,
lift.
it just shows evidence that somebody got hurt outside of our door.
Yes, but there are no police around or anything like that. So, whatever happened.
Well, there wouldn't be police here anyway if something happened.
Probably not. You never know.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk up to our door, and I'm just gonna peek my head in the open one and be like, "Hello."
You peek your head in the open one next to you. You say hello. There is no response.
I'm gonna open up our door and be like, "Hey guys."
Kitty's in her room doing her internet things. Kid is probably in the kitchen cooking breakfast.
There's
Kitty's buying
sizzle.
programs.
Yeah. Kitty's off buying programs off the darknet. It's fine.
She's like, ooh. Like that one and that one.
He's not here to collect his money.
You owe him money? Yes, okay.
I technically still have the money off to the side.
I'm going to walk up to...
What's up, guess?
Well, I have a bit of an indecent proposal.
Are you dressed?
No, nothing like that. What the heck?
Well, okay.
So, like, I think our next door neighbor is dead because they stole our Amazon package.
I put a note down.
Yeah, but their door is open. So, like, is it bad to collect loot?
I would not recommend you going in and getting into our next door neighbor's home to grab whatever things you might have found that might be there, especially considering that the door is open and we have no idea how long that door has been open. So therefore, I probably presume that some kids have already kind of ransacked the place if our dear next door neighbor is dead.
So you're saying we shouldn't go in because it's probably already taken.
It's also none of our business.
But what if it isn't? Also, isn't it kind of our business since, like, our Amazon package is what killed him?
I put a note down.
I'm gonna get a second opinion. I walk towards Kitty's room and I knock on the door.
Technically, I put a note down. It's not my fault if you can't read.
She's in her coat fortress again. She's kind of like perched on the bed, so again, it's just her head sticking out, hair flowing everywhere. You can see her little feet sticking out at the bottom, but she doesn't seem to see you because she's paying attention to buying a banhammer right now.
Heck yeah.
Oh, cool.
Banhammers are legit.
Hey, Kitty.
She blinks once, very slowly.
Is it rude and uncalled for to collect loot? I just say like in general, with no context.
Her eyes flutter at that, and then she kind of like eventually eases back. You interrupted my shopping.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted a second opinion. Our neighbor's dead and the door's open. Is it rude to loot?
I send a text message through our fridge to Kitty. Say no.
She sees it, and she opens her mouth, and she'll say, "What do you think?"
I mean, Kit was all like, well, it's probably already been taken and stuff, but like, what if it isn't and it's free shit?
She adjusts her glasses, and then she kind of swipes away the no, and she'll say, "Don't get caught."
Why, who? What, are the police gonna show up?
There's security everywhere. I can see what you're doing. And she kind of like slowly turns her head towards you.
Can you see what, or who else is seeing what I'm doing?
Technically, I think she could probably use her
Yes.
net running abilities to be able to view cameras or view or access things inside of the next door apartment.
Mm-hmm.
If we're on we're on the same subnet.
Yeah.
Yep. You probably could.
Sure, I will do that. Is that just a basic Cybertech roll?
Yeah,
or...
we'll make it a basic Cybertech roll. We'll make it
31!
31, nice.
Jesus!
It's like she's done this before.
It's a crit. Well, I think it's technically just a
Yeah, it is a crit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's exploding 10. So
Yep. So you are able to easily bypass. You probably have done it before just to get an idea of who you're dealing with when they came to these stolen packages.
You like already had the window open, like you were spying.
Yeah, she already knows the layout of the place.
Mhm. So you are definitely able to.
Everything.
You're able to. You're able to like look through cameras, get a layout of the place. You probably already in the past, so you're just kind of more reopening these things. You're just getting an idea for what's there. You also could be able to, I would say, with that many successes, technically, I think you'd be able to easily dupe the footage if you want to make it look like gas wasn't there. If you are willing to aid this thievery, or you wish to do something different, or I think you have plenty of successes to continue on a path of your choosing down this rabbit hole.
Based on, do I kind of glean anything that there would be any worth for gas to do this?
Make me a quick perception. I would say with Cybertech roll, you can definitely get some things. But let's see.
All right, just basic perception, right?
Yeah. More just what can you see through those eyes. There probably is a lot of good stuff there, is what you're learning. You're like, oh man, it looks right. Like nobody's touched it. You can definitely see that. You also see that there's nobody there. You will get that with your 31 in Cybertech. So
When we walk in, there's 4 people sitting on the couch watching
Why
TV.
do I feel like she's just fucking with gas?
no, there is.
oh no, it's totally empty.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll record you.
Probably shouldn't do that. And while I'm walking out, I'm gonna say out loud, one more chance to stop me.
No, don't go. Stop. You're gonna regret it. Don't say I told you so.
I assume Kit makes no move from where they're cooking breakfast.
He's already shaking the protein shake like.
I'm just going.
All right.
Going
You
in.
go over next door. The door's open.
I'm gonna just slowly open the door and look in to see if I see anybody. Or
Quick
anything.
perception roll for me.
There's 4 dudes sitting on a couch.
That would be so funny.
12. As far as you can tell from the doorway, there is nobody here.
Okay.
The room looks mostly untouched. So.
Okay. I'll walk in. And do I see anything of particular value? Or at least anything that sparks my eye of what I would perceive as something useful or valuable?
Sorry. Thinking. Doing a good old think. I will say. Let's do this. Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. Don't know why that doesn't want to work the way it's supposed to. It sparks joy. I will say with the 12 that you were able to see a few things to note. There's like what looks to be a broken cyber arm that could probably be worth a few mana creds. It doesn't look like there's anything in it, or at least anything obvious.
It's like all my shit, like he stole it. No, I'm kidding.
No, but you do know it's a cyber arm of some kind. You also you do notice that there's like some drugs here and there that you could probably sell if you wanted, or use, whatever your fancy. Outside of those things, those are big things of kind of Eddie selling financial value. There's like a few like nice some old printed like photos on the fridge that aren't at all digital. And outside of that, it's very similar to your apartment. It's a 2-bedroom layout. It's definitely utilized differently. Whatever Harold did for a living got him a decent enough place by himself, it looks like. His there is the one room that is what would be Kitty's room in your apartment is currently locked from the main room.
This is especially why we don't like this guy. He makes decent enough money. Why is he stealing our packages?
Gotta get his kick somewhere.
So, I'm going to walk in. I'm going to, before I take anything, I'm going to check that room.
Okay, the door is locked, so trying to open
Can
it.
I try to fix that?
You can try to fix that, or get the lock open.
I suppose there is a pick lock tech, but that doesn't seem something I'd be good at. So,
that would probably be the skill, though. If you want to pick the lock, you could also, I would say,
can I just try and smash the lock?
Yeah, you could probably try to smash the lock if you want to do it that way. It might set off something. You're not sure.
Yeah, but like that's it's either that or I shoot the thing, and
All
that's
options.
also not a very good option. What?
Kitty says she's about to make a mistake, and she's watching this whole thing.
What? I can't hear you. Blender noises.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Can I try? I have my Wolverine claws going on, and I kind of feel like trying to use that to jury rig the lock. But at the same time,
I don't think that Wolverine claws have the dexterity nor the manipulation skills.
no, I'm thinking it's easier to break the lock from the inside than breaking the outer shell.
But if you break the lock, then if cops 2 show up, then they'll definitely know
that somebody was here. They won't know who. Unless they're like literally here, like wee woo, like right now.
To be fair, a lot of the impliedness of the cyberpunk universe is that cops exist and oftentimes you'll get arrested for things, but you'll probably leave as soon as possible because the jails are super hella crowded, and shit like that for like petty crimes. Even stuff like stealing doesn't necessarily result in you going to jail for very long.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and break the lock using my wolvers.
Okay. Then maybe an attack
roll.
Right? Yeah, wolvers are the name of it. I would say maybe an attack roll with your wolvers.
I don't even have that listed under my weapons. Let's fix that. Do you know how much damage they do? Should I look that up?
I can look it up. Let's see. Not net running.
Either 1d6 or 2d6, I think.
I think it is.
For what?
The woofers.
Wolvers, yeah.
It is I think it is a light. It's light, so which means that it's 1d6.
Yeah, and then their rate of fire, that's negligible, right?
Yeah, it's melee.
Melee has a rate of fire. That just means how many times you can use it in one turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just
ROF for wolvers.
that would be under the night market.
Let me see.
Same 2, 1 for each.
Wolvers.
No, it's only on one hand, but you can attack twice with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is marked as a heavy melee weapon. So
Okay, so that's
2d6. Is your damage.
ROF is 1, I assume then? If it's heavy?
heavy melee is 3d6.
Okay.
Yeah, heavy melees are 3d6, and if it's a rate of fire of 2, that just means that you can hit it twice.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm looking at the humanity loss, not the actual health.
Do that. Whoa, I got a crit.
Nice.
Nice.
So let's see what that damage looks like. 8 damage. Okay. I would say overall, you're able to bust the lock by just kind of punching through it. Wolver's kind of
crunch.
Wolver's just kind of shredding the steel. And you are able to open it. Kitty, are you still paying any attention to the subnet of the apartment next door?
Yeah, she's watching a show now.
Okay, all right. You would also get through the subnet. You'd get what looks to be a silent alarm being set off.
Makes sense.
Her lips quirk ever so slightly, and she says out into the ether, "Do we let her learn, or do we save her?"
Kit will set his stuff down, walk out of the apartment.
An alarm's going on. That's what you hear as you leave.
Step over the busted package.
Oh, the entire package itself is completely gone. There's just a black mark at this point.
Oh, yes. So walk past the black skid mark.
At least it's not like a red spray.
Open the door with his boot. Like sort of nudge it open. Make his way over to where he sees Gas.
Gas, you are. I assume you open the door.
Yeah, but what do I see by the time?
You open it up the door, and it is a fully stocked weapons tag room with various pieces disassembled on it. There's some just straight weapons, ammo, armor. I need you to make me another perception roll.
You're about to get shot.
Gas is the person that always nearly dies. Is that going to be the meme?
There is, as far as you can tell, nobody here.
As far as I can tell.
The key words there. The key GM words. As far as you can tell. No worries.
And on the shelf, across the way, is, wouldn't you know it, it looks like a piece of cyber tech. A bit of cyberware. One that you would often maybe wear if you wanted to have a quick change mount. I believe are the words that we like to use in this world.
Yes.
For an arm.
Have one of those.
Yeah.
Ooh, second hand.
I hear,
Still works just as good.
I'm assuming by the time I notice this, I hear
Yes,
it
you hear
coming in.
the boot
I'm going
side of
to
the door open.
I'm going to snatch it and turn at the same time.
Okay. As you snatch it and turn.
There goes the turret right in your
Roll
fucking
it.
face. The
Yeah.
turret's right in your fucking face, ready to fucking shoot you down.
I would say you're able to see this, Kitty. You see a netrun protocol to activate a turret. Do you want to stop it?
Kitty considers
She just tips her head off to the side.
cold.
My chef might get shot.
Chef.
And then I will attempt to stop that.
Okay. Let me look at. Do you mind if I take a peek at your cyber deck real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't bought all the programs I want.
No, that's
yet,
fine.
but
I'm just trying to figure out what I want you to roll.
This is hilarious.
Actually, utilize that ban hammer.
Okay.
Since it's not a black ice program, it'll do 3d6. So
Yeah.
yeah, because it's anti-program, which I think is what would make sense for this. So you roll that for me.
Okay. So to roll that, I go back over and then I just go do my rolling my electronic security tech.
Yeah. I think that
Okey-doke.
makes the most sense. And that'll hit it. It is that'll work, yeah. A 15, I think it was gonna make it like a 13 DC or DV for this. So
Okay.
roll me
And then
3d6 damage,
all right, I'll roll.
which it should kill it. It's not a very big program. Okay,
14.
Yeah, that'll do
That's
it.
a lot of damage.
So, yep.
That's it has to be 2 6s.
Yeah,
for a
2
crit.
6s. 2 6 is what makes it a crit hit, but that is also for physical combat over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is enough
You
to
You
wipe.
can't crit a virus or whatever?
No, you cannot, sadly. But that is enough to kill that program from being ran. So I would say how this works out is you see, as you turn to exit the room, in the corner that is like sort of behind the door and then kind of in this weird black spot, out of the roof deploys a turret that starts turning and then stops and just sits there. And I think that's when, Kit, you see the turret deploy as Gas is grabbing for that quick change mount and trying to make her escape.
And when you think the gun's gonna go off, it goes.
Question.
It just pops at you.
Do I have any idea why it didn't work?
You can presume.
I mean, you
Yeah,
could
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
you can make me a local expert real quick.
Yeah.
That'd probably make the most sense.
You're home.
Your home. That's the only local expert I have.
Yeah.
That's what everybody has.
Yeah. The most you could probably guess is that Kitty probably intervened in some point. Otherwise, that thing would have shot off at you.
Okay, then I audibly, out loud, will say, thanks, and then I'm going to grab the drugs in the other cyber arm and walk.
Yes, get your ass over here.
I just got 2 cyber arms over my shoulder and a bunch of drugs in a bag. I'm like,
Get your fucking ass over here. Let's get the fuck out of here.
this has been a very fruitful adventure.
Kit will point towards our apartment like a scolding parent.
And I follow. I just walk out.
You ain't getting the protein shake today.
It's kibble for you.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it worked out pretty well.
I would also like to turn off the alarm.
Okay. You're able to do that. I think I would say with that 31 tech, you can definitely do that. I'm not gonna make you roll for that one.
Okay.
and then I'm just going to walk all the way through the house to Kitty's room and be like, "Thanks," and I toss the drugs on the bed. Be like, "There's your share for the help."
Her head kind of tips down towards it, kind of picks it up.
It's like a lot of drugs. It literally, Fenn's words were like a lot of drugs.
So there's more drugs than Kitty on the bed now.
Yeah, there's more drugs are on the bed than you can see of Kitty's head and feet in the coat.
We need to hide these. Ponyboy Curtis will take them all. To use for his dinners.
At the end of this, you all receive a group message from Treads stating that the chips are ready for delivery to the night market for the rest of the payment and the job that you guys agreed to do.
You probably would be better suited to get rid of all of those things at the night market.
Yeah. Sell them, whatever.
She kind of opens up her coat and she starts kind of shoving them into very large interior pockets.
Alright.
And I feel like it's just funny how like our group is just like, let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zero remorse for Harold dying.
We don't know if he's dead.
He wasn't there.
He just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And he left the door open.
He just disapparated. It's fine.
And
Yeah.
I took his drugs because he took our package.
Which was, can we get a reminder on what that was? There was a book.
Yep. There was a book that you were able to get out. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
deciphered part of it or something like that.
Yeah.
It was encoded or something.
Yeah, it was a message that had been sent. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It's one thing I'm blanking on.
Did I write it down anywhere?
Oh, I'll get off
Do
your
I have
sheet.
notes? Do I have a notes section? Do I have a notes section? Nope, that's not what I want.
Close enough, right?
No, that's rolling
Why is
initiative.
the initiative in red?
Because I think I got rolled a 1. No, I didn't.
It's just the way they colored it.
It's just the way they colored it.
To
Okay.
keep that
Very
red and
concerned. I was like, holy
It's
fuck,
the red and
you
white
roll a
scheme
1,
of
you got a 15?
Cyberpunk Red.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have any notes lying about,
That's
sadly.
insanity. Oh, well.
All right. So,
Was there anything else in there that got exploded?
not that, from what you guys can recall, the important parts were what you were able to recover. The rest is just was a potential trap included in it.
Mm-hmm. And it was some form of chemical weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be like, I suppose then that we should get going.
Kitty stands up. There's no change to the shape, considering how big the coat is, despite all the drugs being in there. And she just walks over wordlessly to Kit, and she just holds out a hand.
Oh, food.
Yeah.
Little breakfast burrito.
The protein powder burrito.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a protein shake squirted onto a tortilla and rolled up.
Where do we get tortillas? Man, that's like grade A food.
Those are pretty cool.
Oh my god, I should have stole food! He was wealthy! Damn it!
Quick, go back in.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go back in and look for food before we leave.
Sure. Make me a perception check.
I got scolded on everything except for informed that there was an alarm, so I don't know. I know it was stopped, but I didn't know it existed. You said perception?
Yep.
Yeah, I found food.
Sure, you found food. You find some more protein packs. You also find what looks to be as you kind of dig through the fridge and the freezer, you find what looks to be 2 pounds of like ground beef or like ground meat of some kind. and a bottle of hot sauce.
I take the hot sauce and all the beef.
It's Frank's hot sauce.
You know, I take all that shit and I walk in and I'm like, yo, guys, we're eating food for once.
No, we're not, because we have to leave. Let's go.
And then I literally will just be like, you can put some of this on your burrito before I throw it in the fridge.
She takes it, she like squirts a little bit on her tongue, she makes a face, but then she puts it on it anyway. Gives it back to you.
Yep. I cap it.
The excitement is just like making a TikTok of Kitty eating a lemon.
Yes! There would just be no expression, the lemon, and then you just see a subtle smile, and that's the only change.
Oh no.
But yes, we will go to the night market because it's better than whatever may be waiting next door.
Yes.
Because I know that is not just going to stop there.
There have been doors that have been chosen to be opened. They may not close.
They were already open.
It doesn't hurt to do a little peek. Yes, it does.
I'm gonna go get food.
No.
Damn it.
Your hubris! We had to... Well, we already know where the chips are.
Yes.
And we just have to take them to the night market.
Yes, yeah. At this point, they've already been manufactured, converted from raw boards into the proper chips. And all they need now is a final delivery from the factory, I guess is probably the right word, to the night market itself.
Are we taking the Cyber Prius?
Yes, we are. Our default vehicle is the Cyber Prius, unless otherwise stated.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Until I upgrade from the Cyber Prius to the Cyber Truck.
Yes.
Cyber F-150.
It's a Cyber Prius with the stats of a warthog from Halo.
It's a weird Prius shape.
Well, I mean, like, statistically,
With
if you look at the
a
image,
Prius with a bed.
Warthog from Halo without a turret yet, because I can't put the turret on it until I reach level 5.
To be fair, I don't know if it's street legal.
Yeah.
It is.
So might as well just go ahead towards getting the chips, and then we'll return to Tread with the goods and get the final part of our payment.
Yep.
All right.
Which is totally going to be great.
I'm gonna just assume that I'm the one driving because it's the Cyber Prius, and
Yes.
unless I'm incapacitated, I'm the one driving.
That's fair. I don't know. I mean, I can drive. Do I like to? No.
Yo, same boat. Not Gas, me personally. Gas loves to drive.
Just if I can make a choice, I'm not. But I hope that nothing terrible happens on the way over there or to pick it up.
Yeah, nothing.
Do I need to make a roll?
I mean, you can make me a drive roll. Just see how fast you get there and how good it is. That's not too bad. You get over in a decent amount of time.
I rolled 2 zeros. Oh, never mind. Never mind. No, I didn't. I read that wrong.
Let's see. I'm gonna do it. That'll work.
No, you rolled a 2.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but it's still better than a 1, which would have been...
2 with a +7 is a...
Yeah, it's a decent roll.
Uh-huh.
I survive, and we get there. Not too fast, but we get there.
You follow the rules of the road.
Yeah, and I normally don't. I drive exactly the speed limit.
So, once we get there,
Once you get there,
gas, keep the gas running.
as you guys are pulling
thing.
up, you guys will see I need a perception check actually from everyone as you guys pull up to the good old.
I don't see very good.
You
Playing Pokemon Pokemon Fire Red on your Game Boy Color.
She's playing Pokemon Go and just collecting Pokemon instead of paying attention to what's actually in front of her.
Mm-hmm. You hacked the old net just to get Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It says you're in some place. Where is
Pallet Town?
I entered.
Pokemon Go has like the old.
I entered the dark web specifically to get a fucking ROM, a Game Boy ROM.
Yup. I've done that.
Kitty, on the Pokemon Go spree.
You get 2 Caterpies.
You both
Ew.
Kit and Gas, both of you will see on the inside of the building there are what look to be flames licking at the outside windows.
Oh, the place is on fire.
I don't see a Charmander.
A char what?
Both of those phrases are funnier with them going over one another.
She doesn't answer. She just continues.
Kitty, can you see if this place has some sort of like fire suppressant system that you can turn on? It doesn't look like it's on.
Oh.
She looks annoyed because she has to stop playing her game. Sure, I will. Is that going to be another security tech?
Yeah. We'll make it a security tech roll.
Okay. 22.
You do know that they have one. It is being turned off from a inside source, so you would know that you would have to at least get close enough to a building to find a spot to actually directly link in from your neural whatever. I'm trying to remember the name and I'm blanking on it. Sorry.
Jack in?
Yeah.
My neural net processor. Learning.
Thank you. And you'd have to do that directly from once you've jacked in to the actual system itself. You can definitely turn it on from there. It has been turned off from inside, and it does not allow overrides from a distance.
I have to get closer. She opens the door.
Well, just Kit will just get out.
I'll keep the car running.
I might need your help to carry some of this shit.
I'll turn the car off.
I didn't want to waste gas anyway. I mean canola oil.
I stop it and I get out and I walk into them.
Okay. You all head towards the door of it. Gosh.
That was just an anniversary.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. You guys all head inside. The inside is not much better than the outside. There is flames. There is a little bit of smoke. Obviously, fire is burning. It seems to be mostly coming from like what looks to be like machines. You see nobody in the building itself at the moment, at least from where you are currently at.
We see our package.
Make me a perception check.
It's getting licked by flames. So many.
Package.
So many flames.
You do see what was probably the package. Kitty, you are also able to see what would look to be like an access point, so you can turn on the fire suppression system if you want to go do that. Does you see? Or sorry, not Kit. You see the package where it is currently kind of just sitting. It is close enough to the fire to be a concern. It has not been fully touched yet.
Yeah, the faster we get that water, the better it'll be.
She doesn't say anything and she'll walk forward. Sorry.
You're good. You do know that you would have to go over something that may or may not be on fire at the moment if you want to get to it. Okay. From where you are.
All right.
Does the thing that's on fire blocking our path look small enough that we could punt it out of the way?
No, it looks like it's like one of the factory assembly lines that is on fire.
Oh. Is this an electrical fire?
Probably, from what you could gather. Actually,
Do I need
Gas,
to make a
you may
roll?
not know it. You can make a roll, yeah. Actually, I would need. Let's see what kind of roll I
Because if it's an electrical fire, the fire suppression system might make it worse.
The fire suppression system should be able to suppress the fire that was most likely going to be happening there.
But
I
it
did not
would
say
break the
specifically
machine.
water. Yeah, I mean, it could be foam. It could be sand. It could be a whole bunch of stuff that might come out of that fire suppressant system. The problem is that it's not kicking in.
Yeah. I would like a...
I like to imagine that squand comes out of tubes.
Squand?
Squand?
Yes, liquid sand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could I get a... I'm gonna guess, yeah, like, need a tech roll from you, Gas, to figure out what kind of fire it is.
Is there just a skill called, like, basic tech?
Yeah.
Or...
It's
called
second
basic
down.
tech.
Yep, basic tech.
I got a 6.
Okay, yeah, you have
It's okay, I got a 4.
Oof. Yeah, no idea what kind of...
Fire.
Yeah, it's fire. You're not sure if it's electrical, gas, you know. Kitty, I would say you're able to reach the access point. Could I get a cyber tech roll for your connection?
22.
Awesome. You're
Nice.
able to get in. I would say you're able to get through pretty easily. There's not a whole lot of like actual either ice or black ice on it. And also doesn't seem to be any demons to keep you out.
There shouldn't be. It's an emergency. It's emergency
Yeah.
switch.
There should be as few obstacles as possible.
And you have a few options. You can either turn on all fire suppression systems or specific ones for different types of fires.
But I don't know what kind of fire it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of fire it is.
You know what? I'll do the first option.
Turn them all on.
Turn them all on.
Okay.
You know what I love about this is that we're just like collective dumbasses just trying to survive in this world, you know? It's
It's like we all know better, but we're too unlucky to be able to do anything about it.
honestly, in a panic situation, I would be like, just fucking turn them on.
It's true, it's true.
So foam, sand, and water all come spewing out of these overhead containers.
You'll get electrocuted because it's an electrical fire.
I'm not in there yet. I'm like, no, not in there yet.
I'm in there.
No.
Yeah.
Like in or like next to.
Oh, I thought we were inside the building.
We're in the building. You're not quite at the part where the building is on fire. You have a little bit of space between you and there. So,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna fry all the microchips.
It's in a case. It's fine. The case looks watertight.
You could make me a.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
We're gonna find out later. It's
All
fine.
right.
I'm so mad right now.
No, but all of those turn on. Water. You see the fire.
This is hurtful in my soul.
That's what makes it great.
You see the fire kind of begin to die out as foam hits it and sand hits it, and then it kind of sparks up a little bit and then dies out as like water takes it, and then it dies out again as more foams get splattered on top of it.
It's electrical fire.
And it eventually gets put out. As far as you can tell, you have no idea where it started, but you guys can tell for the moment it is out. The box has the chips in it, looks structurally okay, so you can now safely go and retrieve it.
Gonna go retrieve it.
Okay.
Just try and avoid the sand and the foam and try and just squish my way over.
Okay.
That's precisely why it was manually disabled, isn't it? You would have to figure out what kind of fire it is before you flip it.
Usually the system would probably figure it out, but
Yeah.
I'm more wondering if there's bodies here.
Ooh, good question.
Fen,
check.
is there
You-
people here?
Do you want to
Yeah,
make me a
well.
perception check now that the fire's out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe a perception check.
Yeah, 19.
No,
Are there
some-
people?
There are some bodies here.
Cool.
Some very-
So
Very
So-
not alive bodies, from what you can tell.
If the bodies were alive, they wouldn't be bodies.
Yeah, they wouldn't be bodies.
We got some unfortunate souls here.
They're not unfortunate if they're dead.
Why? What? How does that make them any less fortunate or unfortunate?
They're free.
Jesus Christ.
Could I also
Jesus
get,
Christ. Yikes, kitty!
Yikes.
Yes.
Could I get a either athletics or contortionist roll?
Can I get a human perception?
Oh, right, not contortionist. Sorry.
I'm contortionist. What am I trying to do? I'm picking something up. God damn it!
But like it's doing so.
Jesse, the bodies are rising from the squan and they're grabbing you.
I mean.
They're probably convulsing for the electricity that you're putting through them because the electric fire.
Everything's busted now at this point.
For the most part.
Everything's shorted
busted.
out. I'm definitely gonna be carefully making my way over, avoiding the bodies. Try and grab this box.
What's the
Can I make a
roll?
human perception roll for Kitty?
Sure, if you want to.
Human perception. Is Kitty all right? Answer:
Okay.
no.
You have no idea really what's going on in there. Is something off? Probably, but it's not really new to you at this point. It's just kind of how Kitty is. Because you guys have lived together for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean it literally says in my life path that she's like an older sister of mine, but like.
You know, it's normal kitty things.
Sometimes it just catches you off guard. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like Jesus Christ.
That's what she does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Could I get I guess an athletics roll?
The athletics roll would be to carry something, pick something up, generally strength-based stuff. Contortionist would be about trying to escape certain things.
Yeah, that's what. Neither really fit because I'm like more just like being like I guess just making a basic dex roll. I guess that might be the best way to do that. I don't think that a skill would actually make much sense. Just so you were not accidentally stepping in either the water or foam and anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna roll my contortionist roll because that's just the flat 8.
Cool. That works. 13. Okay, you're able to do so pretty successfully, and you're able to get to the box and with the box out. The box isn't heavy. It's got a little bit of foam on the top, but other than that, it's mostly clear of any kind of what looks to be like water damage or anything like that. The case itself is kind of like a polyester plastic type thing, so it's probably fine.
As I move back, I'm gonna kind of like maybe like move my foot around to kind of push some of the foam aside. I want to see if we still have bullets in Cyberpunk Red, so there should if there was some sort of fight that happened. I'm wondering if these people got shot. Look, I'm not a doctor yet. I'm a mercenary, not a doctor. But my question is, can I infer whether or not the fire killed these people or something else?
You can definitely do that. That'll be a criminology roll.
Fucking what is that?
It's
okay. There it is. All right, I see. Did not realize that was there.
I think it'd make the most sense.
It probably would.
No, I don't really see like an investigation style role.
No, there is no investigation.
So criminology is the one.
It would be that. Here we go. 10.
Okay. 10. That's still a success. A level of success. I'm not gonna make it very hard. You won't get much out of it. You will, as you're kind of pushing the foam around. You can't really see them as much as you'll feel them under your boot as you're kind of pushing them around. You kind of feel just like this hard metal circular. Cylindrical, I guess is probably the best word.
Yeah, I figured.
That's about maybe the size of your average like heavy pistol round. Whatever happened here, from what you can gather, is probably they did not die to the fire. The fire is hiding evidence.
Okay. Looks like these people seem to have met an unfortunate end. specifically not fire related. As I kind of make my way out, holding the box.
It's like a standard, like it's like one of those, like almost like a file box.
Pelican
size.
case.
Yeah,
like a pelican case.
Yeah.
Mm.
Perfect.
We may want to check the box itself then. Make sure everything is still inside.
Well, in that regards, I would also say we need to try and get to a safe place as well.
I'm all for that.
I'll take the back seat of the car.
You need any help carrying it? I'll take that as a no. Then I'll
You might throw out your back again.
I didn't throw out my back.
I wasn't
Gas
talking
did.
about you.
You guys are able to get out into out of the building, same way you got in. Nobody really seems to have shown up yet. You got neither fire department or anybody like that. So
Fair. We are not in a nice place.
mm-mm.
We're not in a good part
It
of
is a
town.
Rebuilding urban zone. They are not the best of parts. This is not the Corbo district.
So go ahead and hop in the car and start.
Yeah, I'll slide it in the back seat and settle in the well
Yeah.
of the back.
Okay.
To try and all right. Is it broken?
Okay. You pop it open. It pops open freely. All the chips seem to be in there. You can make me a check if you wish to verify that. Or somebody with you can also make that check.
Somebody with technical skill?
Yeah, maybe somebody who has a little bit of tech skill.
Kitty.
All right.
I would say this is a electronics/security tech.
Oh, okay.
I definitely do not know if these are working.
Am I just helping you?
You can help or you can make the roll. I would say either or works. I don't think you guys are in a situation where specifically Kit has to verify them.
Sure.
Um,
Well, I rolled a 1. So she doesn't care.
Doesn't a luck roll allow you to reroll?
I think you can burn. I don't know if I think luck is something you can use to modify roll. I don't know if you can use it. To
Yeah,
reroll.
you have to declare
Oh,
that before you see
yeah.
the results. Though.
Yeah.
Can I make a security tech roll and use all 7 of my luck points? to
Sure.
make
Why
I
not?
Succeed?
Yep. You can do that. That'll end well when we need them later.
For sure, it'll definitely end well. Security tech. -5 with +7. How does
my
that even
God.
work?
Because you rolled a 1.
Yeah, you still rolled a 1 and -9, so it still
Yeah.
would be 2, even with the +7. Kit, you want to roll the electronic security tech?
RNG, people, let's go.
I see this playing out a very specific way. Both of you are like, oh yeah, no, those are maybe busted. Like they look a little off color wise. So that is a 20 for those of you at home. So both of you are like pretty sure. Both Gas, as you kind of look back real quick, and Kitty, more verifying Kitty's assessment. Kit, in true mercenary fashion, you're like, what if I just plug one into myself real quick?
I'm about ready to be Johnny Silverhanded.
No, you're not gonna get Jolly Silver-handed. And then it's just
They're empty. They're empty, so
exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Exactly,
Yes.
yeah.
It's fine. They're empty.
Yeah, you're not gonna get Johnny Silverhand. That's no. That technology isn't even out yet in this world. First off,
Oh,
no,
Johnny Silverhand me.
not yet. We're not that far
Wake the
enough.
fuck up, samurai.
But then you just kind of see it pop up as like empty shard. You can put stuff in it if you want to, and you do it with a couple more. And they all seem to work fine. So
Thank God for pelican cases.
Pelican still making a killing in 2040 something.
If anything, more so.
Yeah.
So, but no, they seem to be fine.
Seems like we're okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So,
Can't imagine that anybody would want to destroy this place for these.
unless-
Seems a bit like overkill.
Yeah.
Was anything else out of place?
Besides the bullet casings that were on the floor?
There were bullets?
Yeah, that's what I mean. People in there did not die due to the flames.
Hmm. Would it be safe to assume this is some sort of cover-up?
They probably just set it on fire to cover up the murders, but why those folks got murdered, I have no idea. Definitely can't be because of this stuff, because this is just empty. Shards. There's no reason to. They must have been doing something else.
You could go back in and look into it more if you want to.
We're on the road.
No, we have
driving already.
Oh, I thought we were still in the parking lot.
I thought we were still in the car.
Yeah, no,
Just in the parking lot.
I thought we were driving. My bad. I
Okay.
thought all this happened while we were driving, and I thought it explained exactly why I did so bad.
That's fair. No, you guys
I
could go back if you want to, or you guys could not investigate it. The choice is yours.
Is it worth it?
I don't know. Could ask Tread.
Yeah.
We don't even know who the people are in there, so.
We should bring him the boards and then have a conversation and see if we ought to head back or not.
If they're his
That might be
people.
more so his business than ours.
And if they're his people and he's inclined to figure out what happened to them, then we might be able to figure out some sort of compensation.
All right.
Extra compensation.
Precisely.
Rent is not gonna pay itself.
Especially with Pony Boy going on all those dinners.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Pony Boy's going on all these dinners, spending
Olive
his
Garden.
rent money. We gotta fucking double up.
All right.
He's eating Olive Garden with the bourgeoisie, and we're having beef burritos that we stole from our neighbor with hot sauce.
All right. I think as you guys are making your way back to the night market, we'll take a quick break there for everyone to stretch their legs, get some stuff, do some bioing. We'll BRB in just a minute. So,
Yes.
bye, y'all.
Gonna go get a cookie.
Gonna go get a cookie. Ready?
Hello.
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 Are we back?
We're back. We're back. We're back now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're
Salutation.
back. Before the break, you guys investigated the factory where there was a fire and also some bullets, or at least bullet casings. Not concerning at all. Nothing major.
You know, a part of us said, not my monkeys, not my circus.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were paid,
To make it your monkeys and your circus.
then maybe we'll worry about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a gig economy, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We're freelancers. Let us freelance.
Freelancers gotta freelance. No, but you guys are able to make it back to the night market without much fanfare, and in a good and I guess really only good way. Quiet drive outside of the attempt to figure out if the chips are good or not, and the two people who are more ingrained in the tech world being like, those are bad, and then Kit going, but I can use them just fine in my neural lace.
So I think it's good.
I think it's fine.
These things are very broken. Look, they are the wrong hue of green. That is viridian, and it should be cerulean. No, cerulean's blue.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
The
Chartreuse.
Um,
Chartreuse is green.
But you guys are able to make it back to the night market. Treads is currently at his stall. Nobody is talking to him at the moment. Some people are working with some of his associates and doing business on the stall side of things, but he is currently just kind of sitting down, looking through his agent, and he looks up.
Just ignore that.
Keep
Yeah,
clicking initiative.
The initiative button is on the tabs button, and it's not
Yeah,
that easy to use. Yeah,
I keep clicking that instead of net running. I'm sorry.
it's okay. But you guys are able to make it back, and he kind of looks up from him and goes, "Oh, welcome back. You guys get the chips all good, or?"
Yeah, the chips are fine.
People died.
You folks who made them not so much.
It's true, I haven't heard from them since earlier this morning, telling me they were good.
Was that the last time you got confirmation from anybody in that building?
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I wasn't big on my mind because it's not an issue. Huh. Now
Yeah.
They're saying what happened to them? I mean, they're dead, obviously, based on the things, but did they...
Well, they didn't talk.
Well, of course they didn't talk. No shit, they're dead. No, but seriously, like, what happened?
There were bullets.
And a fire.
Fire, bullets.
Considering that the...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, considering that the fire seemed to be recent. As if it happened in the morning, that place would have been...
Burnt to a crisp.
Burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, so it was a cover-up. Well, you assume. Well, I owe you guys for the chips. You guys want to do me a favor and look into that? Or is that outside of your wheelhouse and I gotta go get Danger Kitty or something like that? Danger Girl. Sorry, not Danger Kitty.
She blinks.
I am dangerous.
We all know this. I'm not trying to argue with your methods. I heard about what happened on the... What was it, the docks? Am I thinking of somebody else? I'm thinking of somebody else. Never mind. Wrong group. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we can sort of figure something out for you if you'd like.
All right. Well,
obviously for a price, but we can...
naturally, I wasn't going to not pay you guys for that, so... All right, well, let's do this. First, let's settle up for the chips. He kind of will reach his hands out to take the Falcon case from you.
Yeah, here you go.
Takes him out, puts it down on the table, flips open the case, turns it sideways so both of you guys can see, kind of looks through them, does his counting. Yep. Okay, numbers are good. I owe you guys a set of money. Eddies. I mean, how many eddies do I owe you?
Money.
I'm trying to remember how much I agreed upon.
I don't remember what we got last.
He just gives us gift cards to Olive Garden.
Wouldn't that be fucked up?
He gives you all of you eddies and then one gift card for Ponyboy Curtis. No.
It's what he deserves.
How many eddies?
I mean, I haven't... I'm still scrolling through the hundreds of pages of this.
Night Market Appendix. There it is.
Night Market Appendix. Where is it at?
340, and then you just gotta scroll through that.
340.
There's so much stuff.
Market Appendix. Oh, this is all stuff. This is not how you... It's not how I pay you.
381. 381. I found it.
There we go.
Easy Job was 500, and we probably got half of it. I imagine so.
So another 250 for all of you. So
per person, yeah.
Per person. So he'll hand out chips, Eddie. He goes like Eddie shards for those, and he goes, those are good for 250 for the other half of half up front, half on payment or in delivery. So I will pay you. Let's go. I expect this to be a dangerous job. We're investigating the deaths of some of my favorite people because they're easy to work with. So we're gonna go. Let's do 2,500 eddies for this. And what I need to do is find out who did it, and find out why. That'd be great. Bring them to me, that'd be even greater. I might throw in another 500 to 1,000 and bring me whoever did this. We need to a person.
Are we talking dead or alive, or preferably alive?
Preferably alive. If you have evidence of them and they're dead, unfortunately, I'll still probably take it to some degree. So we'll consider it in total, depending on how it goes, 3,000 to 3,500.
Jesus.
I'll pay you guys 1.25 up front, half and half. Like we did our last job, I'll go do this one. Sound good?
Agreed.
Alright. You guys have a estimated timeline on how long this will take?
I guess it depends. really on how quickly we could find it. Considering that place is up in flames, a lot of evidence is gonna be gone.
Fair enough. Hopefully the server room is still good.
We can find out.
Very well. Okay.
Listen.
And you guys all get transfers real quick.
So 1.25?
Yep, 1,250 eddies to your accounts. EB, $0.
And that was for the upfront. How much was for the, or is that for the job we just did?
The job we just did, we got 250.
Yeah, 250 because it was just delivering some chips, and there was no real danger, yeah,
necessarily.
Not attached to it, at least. So, and then 1.25, 1,250 for the new job.
And considering that this is a dangerous job, we can also use the night market to spend money on getting some equipment.
Yes, you can.
Or repairs or things like that, because that might be important, especially considering that Gas got her armor damaged.
Mm-hmm. Gas got her armor damaged. Also, probably, given the fact that you have both a quick attach mount and your arm still, I would probably cut off a good portion of the price that it would cost to reattach that arm in cyberware. Because you have the actual, materials, and it's just the work that's required.
Oh, you're saying I could use that as scrap instead of using it, like selling it? Okay.
You can reattach. It's like secondhand cyber tech, so you can take the implant itself and put it onto your arm.
Yeah, and then put your arm back on. As part of that, putting that quick change mount back on, as well as your arm from earlier that you got blown off. I would knock off the price that generally costs to do, because you have the materials already.
Okay.
So if you guys want to take some time, do some work on that.
While some of us may be looking into arranging for that sort of stuff, Kit is going to ask Tread specifically. So these guys, who they work for?
The factory people?
Yeah.
They work, let me see. They've worked for me for a long time. They aren't technically my workers. However.
Yeah, but who do they belong to?
Give me a sec. Give me Fettuccine a sec. Sorry.
Yeah.
I bought $1,300 already worth of programs.
Cool. They work for an old lady by the name of Himura Miyuki. She's pretty fair. She also works with a few other factories in the area. She's a pretty good head for them. She treats them fairly. They treat they're a good bunch. As far as people go in Night City, that is. So I've been working with her and her people for a long time. So you can ask her if there's maybe beef or something like that. I wouldn't have too many more details for you, unfortunately.
Well, a name is a good start. You weren't intending on using these chips for anything interesting, were you?
Well, define interesting. Probably not, though. They're probably going to go to, people will put like all sorts of things on shards, and it's just more just wholesale reselling upselling for a little bit of profit.
Fair.
Just, blank chips for whatever people use them for. Programs, software, recordings, all kinds of stuff.
Interesting. So, no clue about who it could be.
I don't know anybody that would particularly target these people for what they were providing for me in this instance or previous instances, because most of the time when I work with them, it's for stuff like this or adding, cyberware to, some of my armor has it laced in, that sort of stuff. So you can, verify integrity and stuff like that, but...
Yeah, so ultimately the people who did this were probably doing something for Miss doing something to Miss Miyuki here.
Probably. I think that's what the end goal is. Maybe they were knocking out two birds in with one stone, limiting my ability to produce these things, if that's the case.
Okay. It's a good start.
Should, hopefully. Hope it actually means something when the chips start falling. So.
Funny,
One
Kashard.
question, Ben.
Yeah.
If I were to pay the money to reattach this Cyberlimb, I would have to get those humanity losses again, wouldn't I?
I think. Well, yeah, I think so.
I would die if I did that. So I can't.
Well, look, you already have the arm. Remember, your arm got busted and you replaced it with a medical grade cybernetic arm. So all you need to do is just put the upgrade, the holster in. So you only have to account for the holster.
Even then, even if I roll all ones, I'm like dangerously close to dead on humanity, and the odds of me doing that are real low. My humanity is only 36 right now.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
mine.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of upgrades on that
Well,
cyber arm if I were to
you already have like the only thing you need to technically put back on is the quick change mount.
Oh.
Because the quick change mount is the part that broke when you got shot.
Yeah, that's the part that you lost. So
yeah, and then it's
what
just,
other stuff are you?
For the procedure? Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You're paying more for the procedure. You're not paying for the quick. You already have the mount.
Oh dang.
And you already have everything already put into that arm that you have previously, which is why your humanity is where it is now. So I would say the only thing you really need to do is go the humanity loss for the actual quick change mount, and then from there, everything else is still fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm gonna
then-
roll that.
Okay. That's still kind of close, but I guess I'll do it. Then how much would that be? If because the quick change mount is normally only 100.
But the operation to get it installed is more what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
would that just be the same amount as paying for a cyber arm?
Let's see. Hold on. Night market is 31.
Also, how long do these procedures
Three.
normally take? I don't want to hold people up if I can.
It's fine. It's not going to be a big deal because this
No.
is still going to take us time to solve.
Yeah.
Found cyberware. Okay. So the question is the quick change mount something that can be done in a mall, clinic, or hospital?
Let me see.
Quick change mount can be done in a clinic.
So it costs 500 eddies to install it at the clinic.
Yeah.
So that's how much it's going to cost.
Yep. So you don't need to pay for any of the.
But
other
I
things.
wouldn't need to pay for the parts, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
'cause I had already-
Yeah.
Yes. You don't.
The
need
parts themselves cost, whatever is the cost in the night market or in the gear section, that's how much it costs. But the actual installation is 500.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's look at this real quick. On here.
And it says that the procedures take about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. And while I'm finding somebody, I'm also going to pay extra for hardened shielding, so this will not happen again.
Okay.
And that's going to take up the last slot on the cyber arm.
Hello, Needle.
So
So that's a total of, if it's 1,000 or 500 for the procedure.
Yep.
The hardened shielding is 1,000.
Okay.
And then the quick change mount is 100, but I don't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You don't have to pay
So
for
then
that. Yeah.
It's just 1,500.
Yeah. And then it's just 1,500 because you want to get the hardened shielding. Put on your new arm, which already has all the other things on it to begin with.
Yeah. So then that's pretty good. All right, then I'll do that, and then you guys can buy whatever else you want in the night market. I'm assuming that'll take up all my time that
Yeah.
you guys spend shopping.
well, yeah, you're gonna be going to the nearest Ripper Dock and get it done.
Yeah. There's Ripper Dock real quick. The other thing that
Can I go to the same Ripper Dock?
Sure,
that
if you want
did
to.
my previous one?
Yeah.
Because Ponyboy Curtis was like, "We're gonna bring more people to you," and I'm like, "Well, it makes sense that I go there."
Oh yeah.
By more people, we mean the same person because they keep.
Which also, if you want to look, with the first time you install a brand new cyber arm, you lose humanity loss. Reattaching when you've already used before with a quick change mount does not do this, so you would not lose any. So that's why, yeah. So it's listed in that thing, so you wouldn't do it anyway. So it's not just there is, yeah.
So do I lose the humanity for the quick change mount or no?
I would say
Not for the quick change mount.
no.
Okay,
I would say not for the quick change mount, but yes for the shielding. We'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to roll 1d6 real quick.
Rolo.
Roll low.
God dang it.
Oh man.
Oh man,
6.
critical success, guys! I got a 6 on a d6. Yay!
In most games, yes, that would be a critical success.
Yeah.
Hey, don't I get penalties for being below half humanity?
You start. Your empathy gets pretty. Your ability to be
There's a reason why I have Kitty act the way that she does.
Yeah.
Oh.
like it basically the problem comes when you're like at when you're at like 10 or lower.
Yeah. That's what's real. Not
That's where we start getting into the risk of cyberpsychosis, which I'm sure Fen will look up as well as far as like what happens when you get cyberpsychosis or your humanity loss is bad. But
sorry, I'm just looking through my thing real quick. Let's see.
I'm practicing safe cyber, so not what I'm doing.
Okay. Let's do this.
It's too noodle.
Let's see. There it is.
What page am I on? Do I need to be on?
230 is where it talks about cyberpsychosis.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
If your empathy is 3 or greater, you have no cyberpsychosis or dissociative disorder. If your empathy is equal to 2, you start having borderline dissociative disorder. Do your best to roleplay accordingly. Equal to 1, you have dissociative disorder, borderline cyberpsychosis, and you exhibit strongly at least 3 traits from the Hare psychopathy checklist.
Yep.
Once you're equal to 0, you have cyberpsychosis. Your character exhibits strongly at least 5 traits from the Hare psychopathy checklist. And then if you have negative humanity, you're gone.
Question.
Yeah.
When you have 30, that's 3, right?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
literally at the threshold. If I get
Yes.
anything else, even if I roll a 1,
Yeah.
I'm
You're starting to go down this path. So if you're at 30, which means you're still at 3, which means you're okay.
I'm okay.
So
once you go below that, then you're going to start experiencing, issues mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You'll start disassociating a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, the disassociation, they describe it in the Cyberpunk Red universe as like, I am made of parts. Therefore, other people are made of parts.
yeah.
It's just a matter of exchanging out parts. Like you stop thinking about them as being people. And that's kind of where that disassociation, you stop thinking yourself as people, you stop thinking of other people as people. It's kind of that kind of style of cyberpsychosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also important to note that if you experience mental trauma or similar things within the if you experience trauma within the cyberpunk universe, you can also experience humanity loss. Humanity loss, because that's why they say like equal to 0 and have negative humanity. It's kind of like similar to experiencing really bad compulsions and stuff like that. And they explain it a little bit more detail. Like you can have a grandiose sense of self, constant need for stimulation, you're impulsive, there's a lot of different things that they're showing there. It's not disassociative as like DDI, you know, in that sense.
It's very much meant to be. It's not trying to have, from what I've gathered of it, it's less trying to have players actively try to roleplay like mental disorders, as much as characters that have stopped seeing people as human beings over anything else, and like they do list it as borderline dissociative disorder, but they also mean it in a very specific manner. Of it's not you stop seeing people as people and they're just things. So I know.
And then all of those other issues from the table are likely just effects because of that mentality.
Yeah, and there are all ways that showcases itself.
And the way that you fix this is you go to essentially therapy. So we've joked about it, the live laugh therapy, but it is true. You go to a med tech and you pay for therapy, and over time, and this is not something that happens instantly either, it's over in-game time, you will experience a humanity recovery, which then you can, lose again if you want to add more cyber parts to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, how expensive is therapy? Because there's some cool boardware.
They have prices for it too. They do have prices for therapy as well.
I know Kid also wanted to go.
Can I pay you? Can I pay you to do therapy when you get to that point?
So for standard humanity loss, it'll cost about 500 eddies.
Yeah. Over a set period of time.
Yep.
Just so you guys know, I can't move my hands anymore.
That's fine.
I have a cat that's upside down that just passed the fuck out.
You are fine.
Though.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's so cool.
I know that's a question we had, or a concern we have in chat. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. And it's also something. We're playing accordingly. If it's not something that is comfortable for players, obviously it's something that you can not utilize to that extent, and it's just something that you have in the back of your, in the back of your head, as part of the way that this game works. It's also, this isn't the most happy of games, so.
Yeah. And you could also consider you just sort of like dealing with whatever is happening to you by being more impulsive, requiring more stimulation, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So it's part of the way the game runs, and it's not a huge part of it unless you have low empathy.
I will say that if we do investigate this stuff, I imagine the hope is that we're not going to encounter too much crazy fighting and stuff like that. But it
is a dangerous job, though.
It is a dangerous job, which it implies that.
Yeah.
So if you need to, we also have some experience points to spend if you want to spend it too. So that's just something to kind of throw out there. But I imagine that the thing that we need to do is probably to go to back to the location. Hopefully the cops have not arrived. If so, then we will be having some issues with that.
Yep.
Investigating the servers. But we also have a name, Himura Miyuki. So we could also try and come in contact with her and say, hey, we're working on behalf of Tread to try and figure out what happened here. So what do you think would be a good option?
First, before we get to that, how much are all of the drugs worth if I were to sell those?
If you were to sell those, I would say at the night market, you could probably get a drug dealer to buy them off you for approximately 750 eddies.
Okay, so split that 3 ways.
You're splitting it? No, those are your drugs.
Those are my drugs.
Yeah, you got them for saving my life.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to split them with Kit, you can, but Gas won't take a cut of that.
Kid also tried to help, so and then I'll split it with Kit then. So you said 750 divided by 2? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be what, 375?
Yeah. Okay. Let me just add that there. I just wanted to know that real quick. 375. Okay. Oh, look at that. I'm above 3,000 now. 85. Cool.
One last question: would there be any pieces left of that other cyber arm, or the shoulder-mounted one that I could sell?
The shoulder-mounted one that you had before, that was the medical grade one that you had replaced when you.
Well, no. Remember, there was the one that I got from the back room that was protected by a turret, and you said there was another one outside that was just there.
Yeah. You had the one outside.
That I couldn't tell what parts were on it or whatever, or if maybe there were none.
But it might have just been a regular arm.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could sell that, and if so, how much I would.
You could sell it. I would say it'd probably be
of what it would normally cost.
Yeah, so like 500, I think, is the price for that. So you could do that if you want to. I would say there's nothing that functions on it that you can tell, or that our Ripper Doc could either tell. But she will gladly take it off your hands for 500.
You know what? I'll hold off.
Okay.
I think I'll keep it.
Okay.
You never know when you might lose another arm.
Yeah. And I do have a quick change mount, so I could suit it up with its own set of upgrades to swap out.
Yeah, you could.
Or there is another certain individual who happens to be fond of cyberware that could also make use of it. So I'll hold on.
Okay.
So back to the original question. Do we go back to the warehouse, or do we talk to this person who owns the warehouse?
¿Por qué no los dos?
I'm just asking which would you first.
I think it would be best, personally, to go to the warehouse first.
Yeah, before it gets cleaned up or whatever. That's my thought.
Fair enough. Also, we're not very charismatic, so I imagine that
I am incredibly charismatic, even though I don't mean to be.
I mean, I get a few penalties from it, but I do have quite a few social skills. My persuasion skill is plus 11.
Okay.
How high is your cool?
My cool is 7.
My cool's an 8.
Oh boy.
Nice. You're a very cool individual, but you also look like you are a walking rave, so it makes sense. I mean, half my body has that going on, but like yours is like the full getup.
I did put points into wardrobe and style.
Yeah, I was thinking of paying for that and getting a cyberchrome covering for my leg, since I've got the. So because I put the hardened shielding on my new arm is actually made of like gunmetal.
Yeah.
It's got like shielding over it that protects it from both EMPs and damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
EMPs can't fry my cyberware anymore, and it's in general more durable. But it looks like gunmetal, so I was like, I have to make the other one look cool, right? Instead of making it look like a piece of military tech.
Yeah. I want to look fancy.
But I'm gonna hold off on that because it's a lot of money to spend all at one place.
Yeah, you right.
Well, yeah. So let's go back to the warehouse and see what has become of it after the last 4 hours.
Yeah.
You guys make your way back after suiting stuff up. Did you also get your armor repaired? Well, one last kind of point of clarification. Gas. I know you are armor. How
much is that to pay?
Paying a weapons tech to fix up armor. I would say if you want to, Tread would be willing to do it as part of the deal for looking into it. Make it easy.
Oh, really? And
yeah, because he's a weapon tech. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of
What
it.
a cool dude.
Yeah.
What a nice person. That person has been nicer to me than literally like anybody outside of our party has.
I thought you were gonna say literally anyone.
No,
Well, I mean, he also. I think it's also part of the fact that he knows that you were once a nomad, so still are technically, but you have
Nomad bros.
Yeah, I think that would also probably play into that. So
a clan of one.
Yep. All right, you guys head back to the warehouse. It is still not on fire, still standing. Insides are still burnt out. Nobody seems to have come or left, as far as you can tell. The door is still closed after you left it, but it is not locked. You guys can walk back in pretty easily. Seen as much as you left it, there are still the burned corpses of a few bodies. The foam is starting to kind of dissolve. The sand is spreading out. Water itself is mostly kind of soaked into the sand at this point. Or kind of evaporated into the air.
Well, here's the hope that the tech in here is not completely ruined.
So.
Okay.
Where would the server room be?
It would probably be on the second floor. Kitty, I'd say you probably could easily get back into the access point you got into earlier, pull up a quick map of where all the locations are physically in the building, and then you can base off of that the fact that there is like 3 in one room, probably for the servers, is your best guess.
Okay.
So.
And that's on the second floor?
Yep.
Yeah,
The second floor is kind of like this weird offshoot. It's not like a full second floor, because you guys, it's a factory, and there's like a big warehouse area where all factory work gets done. You guys can kind of see it from where you are on this first floor. It is up and kind of like both. It extrudes a little bit, but is mostly just kind of its own thing off on one side, and you guys can kind of go back into like this kind of more corporate-ish area where more like the bookkeeping is done. And go up to the second floor. There's kind of like the secretary's office, and then behind that is where this server room is.
Now, are there dead people here too?
Make me a perception check. You guys are walking through.
Oh, I'm finally not on Pokemon Go.
On fire. There is a second fire with a second set of dead bodies.
Well, that's the question. If it was, you might be able to figure out what time they got hit based on who's here, because generally speaking, the office workers are probably going to leave at a reasonable hour, whereas the warehouse workers might work longer. So if there's a dead
second shift or like a third shift.
Yeah, so if there's like a dead secretary here, then we might have a better sense of what time they actually got hit.
As you are looking around, I think both of you have enough successes or to pass a DB value that would be high enough to make this harder. But you definitely see more bullet casings up here. You also see some blood in the carpet. You do not see any bodies. However, one of the windows is still open that overlooks the first floor. And you can reasonably, I would say, deduce. I don't think you may need to make a criminology roll for it. That the location of the corpses coincides with where they would have landed if they were dropped out of the second floor.
Oh, so somebody was here shooting down.
Or
shot them and threw them into the factory floor from the window.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Shall we roll the Sherlock Holmes roll?
You can if you want to.
Yeah,
I'm not very good at this.
Ooh.
Well, never mind.
Shit!
Gas got it. Gas like,
Gas is
I'm
the equation.
the equations go across.
Go into your mind palace and
Yeah.
reenact it.
You definitely know that there is blood here. So somebody was shot and probably killed based on the amount of blood that is already in the carpet. Either that or it was multiple people. And then obviously based on the blood that is kind of like on the windowsill that you can kind of pick up, they were later pushed out or taken and put out onto the main floor. And one of the windows was not closed as a result of this. You definitely know that they weren't the only people in the building, because there are still more corpses down there than there are reasonable amount of blood up here for it. If they were all, on the theory that they were all murdered before the fire, and then burnt down there.
Okay. I'm going to say all of that.
You can definitely do that.
Yeah, and then I'll also mention that they must have been trying to cover it all up with one fire, so they piled up as many bodies on the floor as they could. But I think that does paint a good picture for when this took place, because these people were still up here, as you were saying.
So, you guys do know that you guys arrived in kind of like the early midday-ish, if I remember correctly, because it was breakfast, and then you guys got over there. So it's kind of, I would say, like late morning.
We're midnight owls, so we we technically work second, third shift anyway.
Yeah. So you know that they were at least some people were still here by the time that this all happened.
And when we showed up last time, yesterday, what time did we show up where there were still people here? Because I thought that was pretty late in the day.
Yeah, we showed up because it was like if you think about the order of how we did what we did, we went to drop off the chips first.
Yeah.
We did the chips first, and then we went to talk to the dudes at the border. So we
think about that. So we actually went there like midday, early morning.
But it also doesn't matter because Tread got a call this morning from them saying that they were done.
Yeah.
So we know at the very least that it happened sometime in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and probably, within like an hour maybe of when we arrived, the thing happened. I don't know how quickly a building can fucking, really get fucked, but I think we came in just as it was, had just started or was rolling for at least.
If we hadn't have gone back for Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
No regrets. Anyways, I put that shit on everything.
So theoretically, when we arrived, this place had just gotten hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty much.
They had just finished up the hit.
Yeah, because otherwise we would have caught them leaving.
Yeah. So, question is,
and the fact that there were still bodies, and they weren't just ashes.
It takes a long time to burn.
Oh yeah, it takes a long time to burn a body. That's yeah. Bodies do not burn very quickly.
Weird things that you Google at night when you're trying to do writing.
I'm saying that just proves the fact that I've never burned any bodies.
I'm not gonna get into that.
My question is then at this point is we set the fire suppression system on downstairs.
Yeah.
Did it happen up here?
The yes, I would say you definitely are able to see the remnants of that. It's less so up here. Only like it looks like the whatever sand stuff didn't hit up here, either didn't turn on for an error or something like that. But there is still like the last
sand.
bits of like some foam kind of drying up, and then the blood is still there. It's not gonna disappear if water just hits it. So the water, the carpet, I would say maybe it's carpet. Well, don't say they invested a little bit into this place. The carpet is very much moist and kind of drying up.
Squeak.
Yeah, it's that gross like sound.
So I guess we need to see if at least the secretary's computer is working, because that would be you get a lot of information from a secretary's computer, specifically work orders, emails, invoices.
CCTV possibly.
That might be something you more find maybe in the server. Well, it depends. We can go from there. You definitely can see that it is somewhat functioning. You do know that I would say definitely Kitty knows at least that you could definitely pull just the hard drive and it might still be functioning. You guys gotta go turn it on. It doesn't really do anything at first. Maybe the water or the foam shorted something on like the monitor side of things.
Well, let's grab whatever evidence that we have and put it into computers that can work.
Kitty is just already like she like pushes up her massive sleeves.
Yeah, I
It goes
actually,
into the sleeve.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would work, but with a Neuralink, can't I read hard drives by plugging them in?
Yeah. Depending on which one it is, yeah.
She also has a Neuralink too.
Mhm. I'm also worried about what's on this.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was the right thing, and I wasn't thinking like I've got an audio jack in my temple.
No, you guys have the ability.
Got an aux cable
Yeah.
jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just...
You guys have the ability to interface with machines or technology of all kinds, like computer hard drives, computers in general.
As long as you have the right dongle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less.
USB-C, let's go.
Let's go into assuming that the others are kind of grabbing all the tech. Kid is not very tech heavy, so he's going to focus on at least clearing the space and making sure that, all the way to the server room that, there's not anything that's going to fucking jump out and go, blah!
I would say
Those zombos.
make me a criminology check.
I'm trying to look out, make sure that there are no jump scares here. So
I just got an idea.
Jimmy's gonna come around
Can
the
I
corner.
use my
12.
tool hand to try and see if anything in this computer is reparable and I could get it to run?
You can do what with what hand? Huh? Hold on.
I have a tool hand again.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of miscellaneous tools of various kinds, including drills and other
a
sorts of
Swiss Army
things
hand?
in my hand.
You certainly
That's
could
fine.
try.
it might aid in your role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying because you said before that the computer, I couldn't automatically get anything working except a hard drive. But if I were to tinker with stuff, could I see if anything was reparable?
Yeah.
Or if it's just foobar?
Yeah. I would say make me a. Oh, please.
Curious I am.
Make me a cybertech roll and add 2 for your tool hand.
13.
13. I would say you can get a the secretary's computer on at least and working enough to where you can kind of easily look through what's there. To kind of pull specific information, you'll definitely have to pull the hard drive and get it off that way. But you can look through at least what the secretary has on the desktop there.
Okay, so we can get it up, but it's not running.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You have a basic in and out system.
Are there
A
any
BIOS.
currently opened tabs?
No, because the computer has shut down at some point.
Oh, it was a fresh startup.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like reviving it.
No.
It was
It's not taking it out of sleep. It's a clean boot. So.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
You know what? I'll just really quick. I know that you're looking through the hard drive, so you can do that thing. But is there any applications or anything on the front screen that catches my eye as relevant information to this that I could pull from?
Criminology. Oh no, you already have 23. I would say you definitely are able to pull some information from it. That you see that they were at least actively working on the order that Tread put in for those boards to be turned into actual chips and stuff like that. And you see that they had closed it out and marked it as complete. Kind of see the conversation there. How do I do this? Sorry. And you're able to kind of put that together. That they were working on the order. You see an email thread that had been forwarded from an unknown, unmarked source that had been flagged as suspicious by the company's email system. That is just a bunch of letters and numbers. It doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of inherent meaning. You could probably surmise that if you dive into the coding or maybe what's attached to it, you might find something.
Could I? This is a weird question. Because I have the neural link, could I take a screenshot of that and plug it into my brain space so that I can use it later if necessary?
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's probably some sort of code, and I know that I'm not skilled enough to decipher it, probably, but I could make a roll.
Or we could find, or later on, if we can't figure it out, because Ponyboy Curtis is our fixer, he has a roll ability that will allow him to find people that could help us.
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe that is also one of his fortes.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who decrypted the book, wasn't he? Or was that Kid?
I believe
That was Kitty. Kitty did it. Ponyboy wasn't there for us.
Either way,
Ponyboy.
not my forte, I think. I don't even know what role that would be.
Hey, You know how you rolled that criminology roll I asked you to roll to clear that space?
Yeah.
As you're working your way towards it, and as you open the server room door.
Yeah.
Can you make me a
Was this?
Well,
Was the thing in Henry's like house like the tutorial level to prepare us for when the turret was actually going to come down and kill us?
Maybe. Potentially.
Gonna open the door immediately, close it. Nope.
I would say, do we have the ability? We have the evasion skill, right? Yeah. Can I get a dex and an evasion skill roll if that's a thing you have?
Is evasion a thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Because it's not.
There's a resist torture.
Yeah, I have a very high resist torture. Yes, there's an evasion skill.
Yes, could you?
It's under fighting.
Yeah, it's a fighting skill. That is true.
All right.
I'd like you to roll that for me real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 3 of my luck. To this roll.
Okay.
Just because you know.
Yeah, you know.
It's the end of the night. Why not?
Yeah. 16.
So that's 19.
19, awesome. Let's see, what's that bonus?
Again, he's gonna be like, and nope, gonna close the door.
That was a mistake.
Wait, you're fast enough? You can roll evasion against
I
bullets? That's
asked
crazy.
We'll see here in a minute why I asked for that. So we'll see whether or not this hits.
Yeah, because I know only certain people can do it.
You open the door, and you are just out of reach as what looks to be a very jury-rigged turret of some kind, turret thing, swings and detaches a blade at you. And you step out of the way just in time.
Like it just shoots a blade?
Yeah, like it just like flings a blade at you. And then like you see it kind of starting to loading the next round real quick. And as it goes flinging kind of end over end past you and into the room harmlessly because there's nobody behind you, I think that really makes sense for it to hit.
No, because everybody else is at the desk.
Yeah, it's at the
like
desk.
at the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the sides, you are you guys have a turret to take down next week.
I like to imagine that like Kit opens the door and it flies by him and then he closes the door and the next one just goes right through.
Oh yeah. It goes and kind of embeds itself, sticks out about a good like 4 or 5 inches.
It boops you on the nose.
Just yeah.
And yeah, that's
Johnny.
That sounds cool.
That is where we will end this week. So
Wow.
It's a jerry-rigged turret.
Yeah.
Someone wants to.
It definitely does not look like it was.
It doesn't belong here.
Yeah, it does not look like it was installed into the actual building.
Sounds to me like we came to the right place.
Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser. Somebody wants us dead.
Ponyboy Curtis is like, "Where you at?"
Yo, where you?
Yo, where you at?
Hey guys, I'm having some beers at Chili's. Like,
Chili's.
Fuck it.
what are y'all doing? The ninjas were a little hard to deal with, but it's all right. We downed our 14th. That's a really deep dive reference that nobody here is going to get. But
It's funny.
There's a choose your own adventure book called 14 Beers at Chili's, and it's about a white guy fighting ninjas in a Chili's.
What? Okay.
Yay!
Anyway, that's where we're gonna leave it off for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Why don't we go around real quick in opposite order and tell us where we can find you and who you are. We'll start with Shane.
Hi, I am Shane. You can find me here on some days, usually Thursdays and Sundays, and You can also find me on my own channel pretty much every day except for those days, bar Saturday, where I'm on the Smunchy Games channel, and quite frequently nowadays, also on the Batmango 307 channel, because we do a lot of collabs with him on the regular.
Our good friend Nate.
Yeah. Dude, he has been killing it. I'm so proud of Nate.
Heck.
He's been putting in work, and he's getting, like, everything.
Paying out in dividends.
Yep.
Yes. Like, he started streaming with, like, a full setup that's nicer than what I currently have on my stream, and it's paying off. He's got, like, really fancy overlays. He's put tons of work into it.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Julian.
Hello, I am Julian, and I have played Kitty, who I believe exists to make everyone else uncomfortable in the party. But hey, at least she does cool cyber stuff.
A little uncomfortable.
We'll deal with that turret, that rogue turret. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll meet it back up with Pony Boy Curtis. Such a hard name to say.
But you gotta say it all.
You gotta say it all. You can't just say Pony Boy because then he gets real mad. You can't have that.
Hard feelings about that.
Lots of hard feelings. But yeah, I had fun. I look forward to seeing where this mystery unfolds in the future. You can find me here on our subsequent Sundays and on Thursdays for a D&D 5e game. You can find me on Jacqueline Hare, where I am either running a Vampire the Masquerade campaign or playing in a D&D campaign / Scion 2e campaign. And you can also find me on Shane's channel on Tuesdays.
And I'm Jesse.
And Jesse, sorry.
I'm Jesse. I played Kit, who did who did some things. Just was really funny. I just like how Kit's like serious, but it's
funny.
In the way that he's serious. Like it's that cool straight man, thing. Except he's not straight, so that's funny. That's funny. That makes it even funnier. But yeah, so that's what I do. I am also on Jacqueline Hare. I run a game called The Immortal Odyssey. It's a Science Second Edition game.
Sorry.
I was mixing up my words.
It's okay.
The Immortal Odyssey, which is a Scion Second Edition game where we play children of the gods. We will be playing. What are we doing next? Oh yeah, we're going up against Hercules and fighting a Nemean boar. It's a cow. It's a cow. Nemean cow, which is going to be super cool because it's basically a giant cow that we have to fight. Because Hercules, the labors.
You got beef with Hercules.
Yeah.
Wiley's just gonna shoot Hercules before we get there.
It's gonna be fine. But there was some crazy shit that happened last session, which I can't even get into because
I yelled at Inari, the fox god, and he gave me my horns back, and they were a fucking flute.
I can't get into like the amount of batshittery that's happening in our Immortal Odyssey game, and we're only Legend 2, and it's only going to get worse.
Only downhill.
Or better. I don't know. It's just very weird. It's a weird game, and we live off that weirdness. But speaking of weirdness, we're also going to be running some other versions of the game, specifically Mask of Mythos, Dragons, and Demigod in some short bursts to show how cool the game is and stuff like that, which is super exciting. First foray into horror, and I'm looking forward to it. For everybody else, that's all I got. Hit it to Fen.
Hey, I'm Fen. I've been your GM tonight in this lovely game of Cyberpunk. I thank you all for spending your evening with me. It's been a blast. You can find us here on Sundays. Well, every other Sunday right now. I think we're maybe coming back with more things on Sundays here soon. I have to talk to people about it though. And then here on the other Sundays, we're doing more Cyberpunk for a little while. Thursdays, we've got a few more weeks of a D&D 5e post-apocalypse campaign that Julian talked about. And then on Fridays, not this Friday, but next Friday, we've got some one-shots coming up from various members of our peoples from our Friday game Haven Rock, which wrapped up 2 days ago.
Sweet.
which I think our GM for that is in the chat. Our director
Is.
Yeah. So.
But does Chip want to clarify something for the audience for the future?
Chip may be able to. You have to ask him. What's Chip? What do you need to ask Chip? What's Chip need to
Chip, as a concerned audience member, will there be a season 2?
Of what? What do you need?
Of Haven Rock.
Of Haven Rock.
Oh, God.
Man, I wonder who's typing. Definitely not Chip.
Definitely not Chip. Thanks, not Chip.
I didn't see the Shane when I made the pun, and I was just like, what? Did I do something weird? I was like, what?
Technically, you can say yes, you did.
No, Chip already said yes for the breeding season 2. So.
Cool.
Might be a season 2 of other things, depending. Find out.
Ooh!
Yeah. All right. We'll let y'all go. Thank y'all very much for having us. And we'll see you all very soon.
Yay!
Ciao.
Bye!